What if I told you one of the biggest surprises when buying a manufactured home isn't the price, it's the insurance? And if you don't understand it up front, it can cost you a lot more than you expect. Join us today as we break down everything you need to know about manufactured home insurance. Hi, everybody. It's Kari Myroniuk with Florida Suncoast Lifestyle and Michael Saunders and Company. And today I am breaking down everything you need to know about manufactured home insurance, especially here on Florida's Gulf Coast. This is probably one of the most common questions that we get from buyers, and honestly, one of the most misunderstood. I can't tell you how many times a buyer has called me and checked with their insurance company and said, I'm sorry, I can't buy this manufactured home because my insurance company won't insure it. We can't get insurance on a manufactured home. So this is what people are being told. This is what people believe. So I'm here today to kind of dispel that myth because yes, you can get insurance on a manufactured home. Now, manufactured home insurance is different from traditional homeowners insurance because these homes are built in a factory and then they're installed on site. So that difference affects how they're valued, how they're protected, and ultimately what you pay. But here's the good news. If you're buying a newer home in a land-owned, well-maintained community, like the ones we work with, insurance actually can be very reasonable, very surprising. But there's a few key factors that can change everything. Okay, first is the age of the home. Age is a big factor. Newer homes, especially those built to updated wind and safety codes, are typically much easier and much more affordable to insure. Now, when I say that, I say homes that were built in the 90s, early 2000s, and the later it gets, like a home that's built in the 2023, it's going to be much more reasonable to insure. The home will cost you more, but you'll save a ton of money in insurance. So a second factor would be installation. Homes that are properly anchored and tied down tend to qualify for better rates, especially here in Florida where there's wind mitigation and we get those big storms that we don't even like to talk about. I've never sold a home that's not tied down. Every home is required to have a tied down, but it is part of an inspection. So when you buy a home, always make sure that it's tied down correctly. And then there's the location. If you're near the water or in a flood-prone area, your insurance needs and costs can increase. Which brings me to something really important. Flood insurance is not included in most policies. Flood is always separate in Florida. In our area, that's something you should really never overlook. Now, it's always optional, and the communities that we sell in mostly have never flooded. So flood insurance is optional if you're paying cash for a property. If you have a mortgage, you're always going to be required to have flood insurance in a flood zone. But even if you're not required to have flood insurance, sometimes it is a good idea because you never know what can happen in some of these storms that we get. Crazy stuff. Okay, so let's talk about coverage because not all policies are created equal. A good manufactured home policy should cover your home itself, your personal belongings, your liability protection, and extra expenses if you have to temporarily move from the property. So one of the biggest decisions you'll make is, do I choose replacement value or actual cash value? Replacement cost covers what it would take to rebuild your home, and an actual cash value factors in depreciation, which means the older your home is, the less you'll receive in a claim. Whenever possible, I always recommend at least exploring replacement coverage because it can make a huge difference when you need it most. Now, that being said, most policies that are issued to our buyers don't cover the full replacement cost. They cover a portion because most of the time in a bad storm, pieces of the home will fall off, but the whole home won't be destroyed. If you have a good roof and you have good windows, you'll be fine. But you will need to replace maybe a shed or a portion of the roof or a carport, but that's not going to be full replacement cost. So the premium you pay for full replacement cost might not be worth it. So those are things that you need to talk about with your realtor and also with your insurance agent. If you're wondering how to keep your premiums down, there are a few smart strategies. First of all, upgrade your roof. Make sure that your roof has got plenty of roof life left when you purchase a home. You can add storm protection like hurricane shutters or impact windows. I don't really recommend impact windows, but shutters are always a good idea on a manufactured home. And even something like bundling your home and auto insurance can reduce costs. So it's very important to work with an insurance agent who understands manufactured home policies specifically. That is key. Not all policies are the same, and having the right guidance can save you both money and stress. And here's something I always tell my buyers. Don't wait until the last minute to look at insurance. Get quotes early in the process, and it helps you avoid surprises. It gives you a clearer picture of your true monthly expenses. So whether you're buying your first manufactured home or already living in one, the right insurance isn't just a box to check. This is what protects your home, your investment, and also your peace of mind. If you have questions or need a referral for a trusted local insurance contact for manufactured homes, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always happy to help. You can call us at 941-350-6101. You can make an appointment to talk to us at phoneappointment.com. That's super easy. Or you can reach out to us via our website, floridasuncoastlifestyle.com. And if you like this video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell so that you're notified every time a new video comes out from Florida Suncoast Lifestyle. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.